All right, tonight we're going to find out, is the cork worth a sniff for the Strymon BlueSky V2? Okay, so the Strymon BlueSky V2 is Strymon's all-around reverb. You get a plate, you get a room, you get a spring, you get a pre-delay, low and high cut, shimmer, which affects the plate and room, and it adds very high-end sheen on everything. And then you get your mix and your decay, which controls the length. Oh, and toggle between light and deep modulation. Sorry, I can't see almost anything on these pedals, so you're gonna see me doing that a lot. All right, so, okay, and I forgot to tell you, the amp is a Mesa Boogie Roadster on the clean channel, no pedals, the inbuilt reverb is off. It's going through a 2 notes reload 2, and the IR is a Kristian Kohle Rainbows package, modern standard, which is a Mesa 4x12 with the 57. So it's as basic as you can get. All right, so we got our Strymon on. Let's hit a big old D chord and drop D. Pretty, huh? Maybe not. Maybe a little too much high end for my taste. What does the modulation do? That's a little bit. Turn that off again. Let's add the high back in on that. All right, let's go. Oh wait, we need to add the shimmer. Everyone thinks they need shimmer. Let's cut all the high out. Still get a little bit going there. Let's crank up the decay. Inspiring. Okay. Next, let's go over to room, turn the shimmer off. We got pretty much set in our defaults. All right. I always like it darker, so let's cut the high. Whoops. That sounds good. Is it $400 good? That's for you to decide. Here, let's just play with the pre-delay. So we'll crank it. It's so subtle. Let's turn the mix all the way up. Seriously. So you go pre-delay fully on, you get like a quarter second of delay on it, and then the mix, and then it just goes full loud. There's no way to ramp it, where it just gradually grows and builds in this big giant reverb. So honestly, no points given to Strymon for that. I don't get why they did that. Which, flame me in the comments if I'm wrong. I don't care. And now let's check out the spring. We'll turn the mod off. Settings back up to where they kind of need to be. Sound springy reverb. I don't own a single Fender amp that has reverb in its name or Fender on its faceplate at all. Nothing. The only amps I have that have built-in reverb are my Mesa amps. And I don't know, those sound just as good, if not better, than the ones that's built in this. Although I will say that the Strymon BlueSky has a longer decay than any of the Mesa amps. Like, even the Roadster and the Tremoverb, this lasts way longer. So if that's what you're into, you can get that with this. But I don't think you're going for a spring reverb that has 20 seconds of decay. There's other things that you would use, like a Earthquaker little guy on the mountain, whatever that one's called. I have it. Afterneath. That one. So if that's the thing that you want, that, or Eventide Black Hole. Oh yeah, and here's what the shimmer does when you're on the spring. It adds tremolo. Why? No one uses tremolo. It sounds terrible. Ugh. God, I own a Tremoverb, but it ain't for the tremolo. Ew. Like Ola said, who uses tremolo anyways? Okay, so we got our RV-6 here and the Carbon Copy. Now, why do they pull these out? Well, the RV-6 only cost like $150 something. I think maybe someone had an impact and made it more expensive. But you can also find these on the used market, and you can probably find them at Facebook Marketplace or something for $100, maybe $120 if you're desperate and you just want to get it. And then the Carbon Copy, you can find those between $80 and $100 all day, any day. Reverb, Guitar Center, whatever. They're gonna have it. So let's take a sip of wine. Delicious. Now that cork is worth it. All right, and let's turn on the RV-6. Okay, we got that there. We're gonna put the Strymon up back on plate. We got our knobs noonish on the RV-6, and let's just see how it goes. All right, turn that off. Alright, to my non-reverb loving ears, that sounds more or less the same. I can tell there's going to be a few more things, more tweaks you can do with the Strymon. But if all you need is just a plate sound, RV-6 does it. Okay, and let's go look at the modulate setting, just because the modulation on Strymon really wasn't a lot. So let's just see what this does. Oh. Let's go tone down a bit. See what happens if I just crank up the level, maybe we can hear a little bit more. This has some more modulation. I'd say I like this mode more than anything I get on the Strymon. And that's just one mode. I mean, if you needed, let's say, the hall reverb, which is not on the BlueSky, and we just wanted to get a little bit of Slayer action going. Sorry, this is in drop D, and every Slayer song is in standard or E flat, so a little hard to do some things. you go. You put it on your Marshall, you put some gain on, that'll do. I mean, it's Slayer, like, you don't need to be a reverb junkie for that. But there you go. Now, let's go to the shimmer mode. Now, I've seen the forums, I've seen the internet, and they go, the RV-6 shimmer mode sucks. Strymon's so much better. What's different about that? It's doing the same thing. If anything, the RV-6 does it more. Whatever. But the hidden thing that most people aren't going to go, because they're always like, oh, I need the high pitch. There you go. You get that octave down. And do you know what this $400 reverb don't do? It does not do lower octaves on its shimmer. You only get that high pitch. Shit. So, points to RV-6. The shimmer on that, you turn that down. You could work with that. That gets into the vibe of the afterneath a little bit, like you're in a cavern, something, whatever sounds reverby, little man on your reverb pedal. Good old RV-6 will get you in the ballpark. All right. And now let's put it back on, let's say, modulate, because that was a very good mode. And all right, so we just got a little space going there. Let's turn on the carbon copy. Make sure it's in frame there. Yep. Okay. Make sure if you have a carbon copy, put some tape over the light because it is very blinding. That helps a bit. Probably should have put it over the mod, but whatever. That is a better sound than anything that is in the BlueSky. And you can get that for maybe $200. $300 used, $400 new, $200 used. That's where your money's going. Trust me, you'll do yourself a favor. Nice. That's it. Okay, and for scientific purposes, we're gonna go put it on the modern channel, and let's see how that goes. Stay. All right, we're back on the modern mode of my Roadster, and we're gonna play around with pedals a little bit to see how they sound under a bunch of gain. I also have a Bonsai 808 mode boosting it. Make sure the RV-6 is off, and here we go with the Strymon. It's so hard to tell. If you blindfold me and just went between them, I would not know which one's which. Alright, and let's add the carbon copy in there. I think we need to mix up on that. That's already more usable. Or maybe not more usable, but more affordable, and you get perfectly acceptable results. So yeah, if I had money to spend on pedals, what would I get? I would get the RV-6 if I wanted a reverb. It does all the reverby things. If you want some kind of specialized sound if you wanted some kind of specialized sound, then get the specialized sound. But if all you want is these standard ones of plate room and spring, get the RV-6. The BlueSky, to me, not worth it. If you want the cloudburst, totally different story. That one does that thing. That's its trick, and it does it very well. And then, of course, carbon copy is always fun. So, yep. Save some money, buy an RV-6 and buy a delay pedal. There you go. And excuse my poor playing in a bottle of wine right now. So, yep. Like and subscribe if you found this a little bit helpful. And I'm going to spend some time editing this right now. And that is going to be fun. So, bye.